And just like that, the next episode has begun. Welcome back to Tales of Vesperia. I'm your host, MegaShadowFist, it's like a video game second commentary. We just got Phaeroh, we saved Judith, we kicked Nan and Tyson's ass, and now we need to talk to people, you know, to build relationships. Okay, there's a car passing by, but it doesn't matter because normal cars aren't, I don't really need to specially edit out, like, the garbage truck. Anyway, how's it going? So, does an old man past his prime fit into the picture at all? What are you whining about, old man? Why are you past your prime? What Judith was talking about before. Hermes Blastia, was it? Blastia created with techniques that should have been lost in the war are still active. Do you know what this means? I guess someone who survived the war brought either Blastia or those techniques back with him. If that person was still using the Blastia even though he knew it was harmful to the Earth, someone like that would have to be quite the villain indeed. Old man, don't tell me you... Hey now, yours truly was nothing but an innocent youth on the straight and narrow back then. I wouldn't do something like that even on my worst day. Heh, I was just trying to trick you into giving yourself away. You're a slippery one. Son of a... When are you gonna learn some respect for your elders? What else do you have to say? Brings back memories from the past. Brings back memories from the... I'm making his voice sound a little different than normal, but I always do that for whatever reason. How's it going? Tokunaga? Wait, what voice did I give him? Like, I think I gave him something like this. I'm so glad this thing can fly, plus it's autopilot. It's a piece of cake. Okay, that's cool. Autopilot, let's go ahead and go down. So now we have Rita, Repeat, and Judith. Actually, what I'm going to do is save, because why not? That's typically the civil thing to do in situations like this. Now we're going to talk to Rita Mordio of the Mordio clan. Is that the core from the series Blastia that Judy destroyed? Yes, it's definitely cut with a different formula than a usual core. It looks like what she said was true. She said she wasn't too good at lying after all. To discover that the new technique you created was bad for the world after what must have been years of research, I can't imagine how the person who created the Hermes technique must have felt. Well, what if it had been you? If I found out that it hurt the Earth, I would have to do something about it. But I wouldn't destroy the Blastia like that. Huh. What do you mean by that? What the? Nothing. Urgh. If only things weren't so complicated, I could have just blasted her into oblivion and been done with it. Huh. What if that was foreshadow? What if you could actually evolve the Hermes Blastia into something that wasn't so harmful for the world? Anyway, I understand her motives, but I still don't agree with it. It's so frustrating. Anything else? Yeah, okay, nothing new there. Alright, let's talk. It's going to be a Repeat Judith combination. Well, you can't even talk to Judith. She's asleep. I guess we can't. No, it's probably just A for Repeat. Thank you. Woof. Okay, Judith. She's sound asleep. Let's let her sleep a bit longer. Okay. That's what I needed to do anyway.
Morning, Yuri.
Morning.
It's a beautiful morning, but even as we stand here, the air is out of balance, and our world may already be dying.
That's right.
Wow, look who's feeling better.
In the past, these slight fluctuations of the air have not negatively affected our world. There have always been beings who maintain the balance by sensing changes in the airflow. Beings like Phaeroh and Baul, the Entelekea.
So the Entelekea were responsible for keeping the air balanced.
For ages, the Entelekea have regulated the air, but the recent increase has been greater than they could control.
Which is being caused by the Hermes Blastia.
And which is also why you were going around taking down as many of them as you could.
Yes, that was my mission. The path I walk with Baul, to whom I owe my life.
The path you walk.
Now some would even hunt the Entelekea for apatheia. This has made the mission of the Entelekea even more difficult.
Why is everybody so crazy about these apatheia anyway?
I'm afraid I don't have an answer. The air an Entelekea absorbs becomes condensed within its body over time. When its life is at an end, that condensed air forms a crystal, an apatheia. That's all I know. I imagine Phaeroh could shed more light on the subject, though.
So apatheia are crystals of concentrated air. If that's true and the energy could be extracted from the apatheia, it would be a source of overwhelming power, I'm sure.
Could we really do that?
I don't know.
I bet somebody wants to use these things for the wrong reasons.
Why didn't you just tell us all this from the beginning?
Seriously, we could have avoided all this trouble if you just talked to us. Am I wrong?
Even if you had known, there are things not even you could have prevented.
What do you mean?
I showed up at Heliord because Baul had sensed a disturbance in the air. Where there was a disturbance, there was sure to be a Hermes Blastia. But what I found there was not a Blastia, it was a person. That had never happened before.
Wait a minute. Huh, okay.
So it wasn't like you were looking for Estelle in particular back at Heliord.
Yet for some reason, Baul perceived Estelle as a disturbance in the air. I had to find out why. For the sake of the path I've chosen. It was at that time that Phaeroh first appeared. He seemed to have some idea who Estelle was. My mission was to destroy all the Hermes Blastia. However, Estelle was obviously not a Blastia. I needed to make absolutely certain. I made a deal with Phaeroh, and he agreed to grant me some time.
You mean...
If it became apparent that her existence posed too great a threat, then I would kill her.
You what?
Settle down. Obviously, Judith reached a different conclusion.
Or did she?
All right, I get it.
Belius said you possess a heart of compassion. If you can communicate that to Phaeroh somehow, you may learn what you should do.
Hey, there's no real reason for you to fight Phaeroh anymore, right? I mean, we know the Hermes Blastia are what's causing the problem and everything. If we just make sure the apatheia don't fall into the wrong hands...
I still want to meet Phaeroh. I want to hear what he has to tell me.
But...
Please try to understand. I have to know more about myself and take responsibility for who I am.
All right.
Sorry, Yuri. I don't think we can decide what to do about Judith right away.
I promise not to leave again until things have been settled, as you said. I need to accept that responsibility myself.
Let's go and find Phaeroh. We'll finally be getting around to one of the first things we set out to do. We can work out the rest once this is finished.
There is a rocky crag in the center of the sands of Kogor. That is where Phaeroh lives. Baul can take us there.
Okay, let's go. This meeting's been a long time coming.
Okie dokie
I can
then.
communicate with Baul, but there are still a few things you should know.
Like what?
Baul can only land on the ground in wide, open spaces, so you won't be able to dismount on steep mountain ranges or in narrow canyons.
Can't he land on water?
Water's no good either.
But you're flying a ship!
Really? He looks like he'd be a good swimmer.
Yeah, he'd sink like a rock.
Huh. Who knew?
But that's why we have a ship, right?
Right. If you'd like to get down onto the ocean, let me know. Baul will set our ship down there for us.
Okay.
But what should we do when we want to fly again?
Use Baul's horn to call him to you.
Bowels. That's all there is to it?
Every Intellicaea has a special region in its brain that can be used for communication with the special power Critians possess.
Huh. So we can get a hold of him by using that.
Right.
Obtain Baul's horn. Okay, so controlling Baul is pretty much the same as normal, yada yada yada, I know how to do this. Okay, so that's how it is. Okay, so I guess that was... What? Is the game frozen? No. What's going on? Oh, Phaeroh.
Judith, you're familiar with Phaeroh, aren't you?
Is he really as scary as he seems?
Well, let's see. Sometimes he's logical, sometimes he's emotional. He can be really scary or really kind.
All right, that didn't help very much.
One thing's certain, his power's extraordinary, even among the Intellicaea.
Here's hoping we don't wind up looking like poor old Mount Temsa the moment we meet him.
If he can do that to a mountain, there wouldn't be anything left if he turned on us.
I wish you wouldn't joke about scary things like that.
Why should we get scared before we even get there? Especially if he's that strong.
wish I could take it as lightly as you and Yuri.
Anyway, I forgot to show this a long freaking time ago. Okay, so it's under valuables. Go to the very bottom, Mother's Memento. A keepsake Estelle received from her late mother. She always carried this with her. This is her payment for us trying to help her find Bilius. There we go. Baul's horn. How do I use this? Okay, so a horn made from a part of Baul's body. Press left stick to call Baul on the world map. That's interesting. So this is how you control her. So I'm pretty sure that if we just... Okay, so if we just... where is it? A? Hold on. Climb down. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's Mount Timza. Oh, wait. Was I supposed to... No, oh, crap.
I'm gonna do it!
I'm an idiot. Oh, I forgot Judith is part of our party again. That's interesting. Oh, crap. Don't kill me, please. That would be very nice if you didn't kill me, okay? Please don't kill me. Like, don't kill me. I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. But when do I ever know that? What is that move called? That move that Judith does. It's really cool. I'll need to look into that. Oh, by the way, since everyone leveled up, I want to see if I have more skills that I can use. Okay, so Moonbeam. That's cool. Was Moonbeam what it was that you just... I think it was Moonbeam. Okay. Anyway. Friggin', like, Dragon Ball Z moves! And Fatal Strike Tip. Never mind. Me too.
Hey, you too.
Oh, no, we've already seen that one. I was like, oh, is that a new one? So, there we go. Now we have a Baul. Okay. So, we need to go to the Sands of Kogor. So, they're over here. These are the Sands of Kogor. Is this it? So, this is where Phaeroh is. Should be. I wasn't able to see him when we came to the desert, but I think this is where we can meet him. I hope nothing bad will happen. What if he suddenly attacks us? I can't make any guarantees. I don't think we'll have a say in the matter. Carol, are you okay? No, I'm not okay. I should go. Phaeroh sure did pick a bleak place to live in, don't you think? They say this area used to be covered in lush greenery. Why did it turn into this rocky desert? I don't know that much. Estelle, are you really going to meet him? Even though you could be killed? Yes, I've already made my peace with this decision. Rita, you've been acting a little funny ever since hearing Judy's story on the ship. Do you have a problem with meeting Phaeroh? I just think it'll be hard on her to hear what he has to say. But it's too late to turn back now. We've come this far after all. Interesting. Judith's communication.
I never imagined you'd be able to speak with the Entelecheia.
Well, I use a Critian technique to do it. Wait, do I detect a little jealousy?
Maybe. Right, Rapide?
Yuri, you want to talk to Rapide?
I think the two of you understand each other well enough already.
I got him pretty well figured out, but I don't know if he understands me.
I think he feels the same way.
I think it was pretty obvious that the two of them understand each other. I mean, come on. They made that very clear in a skit that we saw, like, 8,000 parts ago at this point. Because this will be like, what, part 61 or something? This has been going on for quite some time. It's going on for 4 months, and I imagine that will... I predict that'll probably last for maybe a month and a half more, maybe 2, I don't know.
Well, he doesn't seem to be here. Maybe he's off somewhere taking a nap.
Phaeroh, you are here, aren't you?
Insipid poison, you appear before me at last.
So you are here. Is that how you greet all your guests, Phaeroh? By calling them names?
For what reason have you come to me? Surely you are aware that I could end your existence with a mere thought.
Okay, Vegeta.
You talk pretty big, don't you? Well, if you really want to fight, I'd hate to disappoint you.
Yuri, no! Everyone, please wait!
Estelle!
Phaeroh, please hear what I have to say.
Does death hold no fear for you, little one? For you gaze now into the mouth of death itself.
I am afraid, but I'm even more afraid of dying without knowing who I really am. Belius told me I needed to meet you to learn about my destiny. I have to know just what that destiny is. I understand that I am a threat to the Entelikeia, but you said that I am a poison to this world. What is this power I have? Just who is the child of the full moon? If it is true that my existence cannot be tolerated, then it's okay if I have to die. But I at least deserve to know why it is I have to die. Please tell me, I beg of you.
There was a time when this was a verdant land, sheltered by the blessing of an air crene.
So there was an air crene here.
But what happened? Why did it change?
What you see are the results of too much air and its aftermath. As to why the air ran rampant, the answer lies with the poison brought by the child of the full moon.
Huh?
The power of the child of the full moon stimulates the air crene more than any blastia.
Huh?
Blastia convert air into energy by way of a formula. So if Estelle can use her healing arts without the aid of any blastia, she must possess a formula in her very being that lets her convert air into energy.
I figured as much.
Judith was searching for blastia that used a particular kind of formula. So, this special formula Estelle has must also consume massive amounts of air.
Yep.
Which causes the air crene to become more active and pump out more air than they should. I had hoped my hypothesis would have been wrong.
Then
It is as she has said. With each use of her power, the child of the full moon uses far more air than the blastia. In so doing, the imbalance of air in this world is furthered. For the planet, such an existence can only be called a poison.
So you just wipe it out then? Little quick to judge, aren't you, Phaeroh?
This problem concerns the entire planet, and she is its cause. To do nothing would be unparalleled folly.
If the problem's with Estelle, then it's for us to solve. You have no place in our affairs.
The gravity of this situation is beyond your grasp.
You don't honestly think that everything's gonna be all sunshine and rainbows if Estelle dies, do you?
It would at least eliminate one problem.
Phaeroh, at Heliord I stopped myself. And again at Dawngrest I stopped you. What I thought was a Blastia turned out to be a human. Before I realized it, I had lost my way. I never thought this child could be as great a danger as you had said.
And due to your confusion, I granted you the time necessary to see things as they are. As a result, my sister Belius is now lost to me. Enough. This power will bring only ruin.
Not sure I understand all this, but if her power's the problem, why can't she just not use it?
There can be no guarantee she will not try to use the power.
That's true. She does have trouble turning a blind eye to things happening around her. Someday she will surely use her power to help someone. However, as long as she keeps that spirit of compassion, she cannot only be seen as harmful. She is not like a Blastia. I know that you can feel the difference.
Compassion alone will not save this world.
Listen, Phaeroh, I get that you've thought all this through with everybody's best interest in mind, but why doesn't that world have a place for Estelle?
You know, that's a good question. Cliffhanger! I'll see you guys in the next episode. Awkward pause. Awkward.